welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about this St. Patrick's Day look. Do you like my background too? I went and got this for you guys, special for you. I had like a shitty background and I was like, what are you doing with your life? It is St. Patrick's Day. It has to be green. Everything's just green. I did it for you guys. So keep watching if you would like to learn how to get this St. Patrick's Day classy pinup-ish green, whatever the hell it is, look. I am starting with my brows. I did this one first because I wanted to make sure that I liked the color scheme, and I do, so I'm gonna show you guys how I did that. First, I'm using this pigment by PLUR called Juicy. It's kind of like a, holy shit. A bunch of their pigments have actually changed names recently, so I will leave the updated name in the description box. I'm gonna be doing that here and then using another color for the edge of the brow. And I'm using a MAC 263 brush, it's just like an angle brush. So once you get some color on there, you're gonna tap off your brush. And to make the brows look a little more natural, I like to use this brush and flick upwards to create little tiny hair looking strokes. This is some purple shade by Makeup Forever. Make sure to blow off the excess because it'll fall all over your face. And basically I'm using this color from here outwards and I'm going to blend it into the green. I always start on the bottom to get the basic shape. I'm gonna be using these two things to clean up. This is a MAC 242 brush, and this is my NARS, what is it? Radiant Creamy Concealer. I love this stuff. So I'm gonna use this to clean up and sharpen the edges and kind of clean up this super fucked up messy edge that looks so bad right now. I'm going to put the Mercier brightening powder underneath my eyes because I'm using a lot of pigment for this look and I'm probably gonna get a bit of fallout. Next, I'm going to be doing a little bit of highlighting underneath my brows. I'm going to be using this shade right here. This is a Makeup Forever palette that I made. I have no idea what color this is because I'd have to pop it out to tell you. It is matte. Just going to put this right underneath my eyebrow and on my brow bone and kind of lightly blend it downwards. And I'm going to pull this out pretty far here to follow my brow. Next, I'm taking this light green pigment by PLUR called Galaxy, and I'm going to be using this as the upper shade here that we're gonna blend the darker green into. This one is not gonna be a very high blended look, so I'm gonna kind of keep it pretty close to the crease, which means I need to switch my brush because I always grab this one for blending. Creature of habit. Which one do I wanna use? And that one sucks. I'm gonna use this one. Let's see how this works out. Tap off the excess. And I'm gonna work this just above the crease, like just in the crease would be right below there, but I'm going to do it just above the crease and work it all the way inwards. And I'm gonna go lighter with it in here because I'm gonna add another color there. And I want them to blend nicely. I don't want it to abruptly stop, but I also don't want it too far into the corner of my eye. And I'm just applying a little bit more of this until it's pretty much as bright as I'd like it to be. I am going to lightly blend this out. I'm wanting to keep this mostly in the crease, so I'm just basically not doing movements like this like I usually would, just kind of like back and forth and right above the line. I'm gonna go back in with Juicy pigment. This is what I used on the brows here with that same brush. No, I lied. I'm gonna use the smaller one. This is from Crown Brushes, and I'm gonna do the crease. This is just gonna go right here in the crease. Also taking this inward, but kind of the same thing. You can push hard here, and then as you work your way in here, you're gonna do it a little bit lighter so you're not depositing as much color. I'm using NYX Glitzy Gold liner as an eyeshadow base for my eyelid. Just gonna paint this all over the mobile eyelid. Making sure to kind of fix this line here if any green got down on your eyelid. A little bit did for me, so I'm gonna just make sure that's pretty straight. And we're gonna do this all the way to the inner corner as well. So the gold is all on the eyelids there, and now to top it off, I am adding Cappuccino Pigment by PLUR. It's a super gold and kind of glittery. It's pretty sweet. I'm gonna be using the smaller end of this brush. This is an Urban Decay brush that came in the Naked palette. So I'm gonna be using this one right there. Just gonna kind of pat the color on top. Ooh, it's so gold. Pulling it all the way into the inner corner. Everywhere that you put the gold liner, you're gonna put this on top. I'm going to actually add a little more of this right on the inner corner here and about right to where the whites of my eyes start. Taking that pigment and just laying it on top here as well. And lightly brushing it out this way so I can blend it into my next color. Now I'm going in for the winged liner. I am using MAC's Black Track with this tiny little liner brush. I'm gonna start out here first. Continue my lower lash line. Sometimes putting the liner base on your lid can make it challenging to get a straight line with this stuff, but close enough. And I'm gonna pretty much pull this all the way in here, right where my lashes stop there. That's where I'm really gonna thin it out. That's the plan. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna do my wings liner and I come out my entire eye is black, so let's see how this goes. Crushed it. Going back to the light green Galaxy Pigment by PLUR, I'm going to take this along the lower lash line and kind of meet it up with the gold and blend them together. This is NYX Tropical Green Liner. Make sure you keep this pretty much right in your lash line. You don't want to go too far down or anything. We're just kind of doing like a light smoked look with it. Now I'm taking this tiny little fucking old as hell Mary Kay angle brush, and I'm taking some of the dark green that we used earlier, and I'm going to smoke out that liner. I'm just kind of like, I'm not rubbing with this, I'm just kind of placing it on top of the liner. And for shits and giggles, I'm gonna take that gold liner and I'm gonna line my inner rim and see if I like it. I do like the way that looks, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. Almost all done with the eyes. I'm going to add mascara to the top and the bottom and apply some fake lashes. This is the mascara that I've been using lately. I have a bunch of it left. It is not cruelty free, so I'll be getting a new one after, but this is Benefits, they're real. These are the lashes that I'm gonna be using. Now that those are on there, I am moving on to contouring. For contouring, I'm gonna be using mostly this one and just a touch of this one. I'm gonna apply that lighter color first. Take this all the way back up to the hairline. I decided I'm just gonna use the light color, that center color, for the contouring. It's dark enough for me, so I'm also going to contour my jawline a little bit. Very light. And if it's too light for you, you can build on top of it. Just make sure it's very blended out. Today, I'm going to go ahead and make this a little darker right here and also right here. If you shadow and shade this a little bit, it's gonna make your lip look a little poudier and larger. And since I'm doing dark lips today, I want it to look even larger. I should probably be using a bigger brush for this so it blends out better, but this was in my hand, so it's gonna work. Almost everyone has a natural shadow in here, so I'm just gonna darken it up a little bit. And to warm up the cheek contour a little bit, I'm gonna go in with PLUR's Pressed Powder Bronzer. It is the shade Naked. Using the same brush, I'm just gonna add a little bit of this into the same area where I added the contouring in the first step. Since this is bronzed, it's just gonna kind of go like perfectly with the gold that I have on my lids. It's just gonna kind of pull it all together. Totally forgot about my wine over here. And it's purple. For blush, I'm gonna use this shade by NARS. It is called Sin. I think the tones in this is gonna go with the lipstick very well. Less is more with blush and anything you can build. So just add a tiny bit first, and if you need more, then add more. And you know me, I have to have my highlighter. So this is like my favorite highlighter ever. I'm going to be using this one up here. This is 3 Times a Charm by Hard Candy. Little on the chin, tiny bit on the nose, little bit on the Cupid's bow area. Now let's move on to lips. So for lips, especially with dark lips, lipstick tends to bleed, especially if bleed upwards into your fine lines and wrinkles, especially if you're a little older. That can be kind of an issue sometimes. The key to that is lip liner and foundation and powder. So I'm gonna go in with my NARS, what is this? This is brand new, I just bought this. This is NARS Punjab Medium 1 foundation. I forgot to shake it, let me do that. Oh. The same brush that I used to apply the brightening powder under my eyes, I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna take whatever's left over on it and kind of put that on top to set the foundation. I'm gonna use 2 different lipsticks today. As some of you know already, I am not purchasing any new MAC because they test their products on animals, but I had these left over, so I am going to go ahead and finish them off. Not all right now, because that would be a lot of lipstick on my face. These 2 colors, this is Cyber and this one's Diva. This one was a little too purple on its own and this one was a little too brown, so I'm gonna mix them together for the perfect shade. Cyber first. I know what you're thinking. This is gonna get better, I promise. I'm gonna keep applying this until it is basically the shade that I'm looking for. I grabbed the closest liner that I could find to these colors. It is Vino by MAC. I'm going to overdraw my lips as usual because I have small lips and I want them to be big. I'm gonna do one of these. That helps prevent all of that from getting on my teeth. Going back in with my NARS concealer, I'm putting a little bit of that on my hand. I'm gonna clean up the edges a little bit. And make a blow up doll face to do the top. All right guys, here is the finished look, ta-da! I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and hopefully you have somewhere to wear this makeup look to. If not, you can wear it on St. Patrick's Day because there's green in the eyeshadow, meaning no one can pinch you, so you're covered there. And thanks for spending a little bit of your time with me. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more holiday fun makeup looks and stuff because I really enjoyed creating it. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.